Good morning, everyone. This is Gina Bender and my husband, Ed. We're happy to be here today. We want to shout out to Jeff Hooks, our president and COO. He is got the weekend off preparing for his wedding next week. So we're real excited. Jeff's getting ready to start a new adventure with his soon wife-to-be, Sarah. And we had the opportunity of meeting Sarah. She's wonderful. So one day I hope you guys will get to meet her as well. So the other thing we want to announce too is, we're coming into the holiday week. So if you're going to be out there traveling this weekend and into next week, be sure and be careful, be safe. We know this is one of the busiest holidays of the year, but we're hoping and praying you all have a safe and wonderful Thanksgiving. Ed and I are going to be fortunate because our children are going to be joining us here and coming up and visiting with us. We're excited about that because we don't really get to see them as much as we'd like to. But anyway, we're excited to be here today and be able to share with you and go over some pointers with you to help you build your business. Ed and I have been with Victory Nutrition since the launch, which was January 15th of 2014. And if you're brand new and looking at Victory Nutrition, if you're a brand new partner, we want to welcome you. These Saturday trainings are designed not only for the new partners, but for our existing partners as well. So again, welcome aboard. Ed and I are part of your upline support team as well as our corporate team. A lot of times our founder and CEO, Bill and Kim Downs, jump on this call. So Bill, if you're able to get on, I want to shout out to you and to Kim and thank you again. I know you guys are always busy and out there and working real hard to help us build Victory. So thank you again for all you guys do as well. So we're going to go on and begin today, Saturday, November 22nd. And what I always like to do in the beginning is I like to share with you the upcoming events because we believe in building from event to event. So years ago when we got started in the industry of relationship marketing, we had this saying calling it BAM FAM, which is book a meeting from a meeting. So this is actually a meeting, and whether you are joining us today, this is a meeting, or if you're going to join us on a call, that's another event, three-way calls, Zoom, and the company supports us with webinars as well as conference calls. So again, I want to thank you for joining us, and let's go over some of the upcoming events so you'll have an idea of what to expect with Victory Nutrition over the next couple of weeks. Well, of course, next week, as I mentioned, is our holiday week, which is Thursday, November 28th. So we will not have a product and business overview call. Now, every Thursday, unless it is a holiday or if the leaders or the corporate team are traveling, we may have to postpone it on our Thursday evenings. We will also not have a quick start training next Saturday, but I do want to remind everyone that this is the last day of the month for you to qualify if you're a business builder. And if you need help or if you don't quite understand what you need to do to reach the next pin rank, by all means reach out to Ed and me. We will be working Saturday, and we'll make sure that we will help you in any way we can.
Or reach out to your upline team coach, whichever you're more comfortable with.
Yes, absolutely. My number, if you do need help next Saturday, is 336-918-7593. The month ends next Saturday at midnight Eastern time. So just make sure you look at your back office, make sure you check it the last day of the month. And during this webinar training, we will go over the pin ranks to help you understand how you build through the ranks. That'll be one of the last things that we touch on this training to make sure you understand a little bit more about that. So after we close out November, we're going to start December off with a bang. We're going to start the first call on Monday, December 3rd. That call is at 8 p.m. Eastern, and that's our BNI and product call with Bill Downs and Steve Kushner. So they do a wonderful job. This is one of our most attended calls. Everyone loves to learn from Bill and Steve. So you want to invite not only your partners to this call, but it's okay to bring guests as well. They'll benefit greatly, and they'll learn a lot from Bill and Steve, and they'll learn more about these awesome supplements. Our product call is held the first month of every month except holidays. Again, so if it falls on a holiday, they usually roll it over to the following Tuesday. That number is 701-801-2008. I always like to mention the number because I know some of our partners, if you're traveling, you're calling in and you're listening by phone, but there's no access code. It's just that 10-digit number that you want to dial. Again, that's 701-801-2008. And I would suggest put the conference call bridge number in your phone, and then just, put it in there as BNI conference line. And then it'll be easier for you to get that number if you don't remember it. Okay, after that, we'll celebrate with the first Tuesday of the month with our BNI monthly kickoff call. And this is with Jeff Hooks, again, who is our COO and our president. And he does these calls the first Tuesday of every month. And this call will be held December 4th at 9 p.m. And again, it's the same number, the 701-801-2008. So we learn a lot from Jeff. Sometimes he has, some of the field leaders on these calls. So be sure and join us for Tuesday, December 4th for this call.
And you might wonder why we're going through all this. We're going through it because these are monthly events that are going on, and we always teach go from event to event, build from event for event. This is something that you can plug into, and if appropriate, have one of your partners or your customers even tune into this. So
yeah, absolutely. And then every Thursday night, Jeff and Bill, and sometimes Jeff has on a special guest, they will do the product and business overview webinar. And that is held, the next one will be Thursday, December 6th, and that's at 9 p.m. So this call, you want to invite your guests to. This can be like a second look meeting. We really suggest using the tools. Expose your potential new partner or preferred customer first to a video, to an audio, brochure, let them try the product. This is a webinar call. You can dial in again and listen by phone, but we really enjoy the webinars, which are done through the Zoom platform. And as you can see, if you're watching the video, you'll see that link.
Is that all right?
Mm-hmm. And then, of course, every Saturday morning, we have the BNI Partner Training. The next Saturday event will be December 6th at 11 a.m. Eastern. So we have a lot of fun doing this call, as well as Jeff and some of our top field leaders. And we really learn from one another. We are never too old to learn.
I want you to understand, next week there won't be a Saturday event because it is closeout, and it's a
holiday weekend.
Yeah, holiday weekend.
Yeah, so the business builders, excuse me, this is a business builders only call. You don't need to invite guests to this call. And again, this is a webinar.
Now we want to show you here on your event calendar in the back office. If you are a partner, you have a back office. It actually lists each one of these calls and when they're going off. So as you can see from the calendar, there's quite a few calls and webinars that go on a monthly basis for you to plug into.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you click on the links, they will open up. They will give you the needed information, such as the phone numbers and the actual link that you would click on to get to some of these calls.
So I put my pointer up here. All you have to do is click on that. I've made the pointer extremely big because Gina has very poor eyesight, which explains the marriage. But
not really.
But you just point and click, and you'll be right where you need to be.
Yeah, so be sure and check out your back office. There's some wonderful tools in the back office, so you can see going down the left-hand side. You want to get familiar with what is in your back office, especially if you're sharing this with others. You want to be able to teach your new partners where to find this information.
And we're going to be talking about the tools, the account, and the reports, especially the reports today.
Okay, so we have a cheat sheet, and as you can see on the go back one. Yeah, this is our cheat sheet. Now we have a team site on onthepathtovictory.com, and you can find this if you would like to download it. We call it a cheat sheet because we have one by our computers. This reminds us of all the calls that are going on. I like to keep one in my purse too to remind me of all the events, whether it be a webinar or a dial-in call through corporate. So if you would like this, you can go to onthepathtovictory.com/calls, lowercase webinars, and actually click on the image and it'll pull up as a PDF, and you're welcome to print this. Now, if you're listening by phone, again, you're welcome to contact me. I'll be glad to email this to you, and we'll make that available.
And I promise you, we're not telling you to do anything we don't do. Gina's telling you she's got a sheet on her desk, and her desk is a very nice desk. I can turn it around. Mine's not so nice. It's in the back room, but I can bet you money that this sheet is taped to the desk. Why is it taped there? Because if I'm talking to somebody, I want to give them the information when the next call is. I want to be able to have that at my fingertips at any time. If I'm trying to dial into the number, the last thing you want to be doing is looking for the number. So this sheet puts it out pretty plainly where you don't have to go to your back office and you know everything that's going on a monthly basis. There are meetings going on in between this sheet with different groups of people, but this is the main events on each monthly call or monthly event.
Yeah, and you want to lead by example, guys. So if you are building a business, make sure you remind your new team partners about these calls and the webinars. This is going to help them shorten their learning curve as well as yourself.
Gina and I have thousands of people that are partners and thousands of people that are customers. I promise you, we're on every one of these calls. I mean, if we both can't attend, one of us is there, but we make sure that we're on every one of these calls.
Okay, we're going to talk a moment about evaluating the BNI opportunity. You do have the tools to build anywhere in the U.S. and Canada. Victory Nutrition has done a wonderful job of providing us with the right product. Now, guys, when I say the right product, our products are unique. They're proprietary. They are not Me Too products. Ed and I, over the years, have been involved with other businesses and had some pretty good products. But we say there's good, better, and best. And we believe wholeheartedly and with our heart that the Victory Nutrition supplements are head and shoulders above anything else out there.
Now, the thing that I want you to understand before we go on from products is, there are different products out there, like Gina said. Every car on the road has 4 tires and a steering wheel, hopefully. But all cars are not the same. Products are not the same. Our products are very unique in the marketplace. They're very different in the marketplace. Although they appear to have 4 wheels and a steering wheel, much like any other car out there, you really need to understand the uniqueness of our products.
And when we're talking about uniqueness, it's because we have the right technology. We have protozoan technology that's been developed by Steve Kushner and Bill Downs. For those of you who are new listening to this for the first time, Ed and I had the opportunity to meet Bill many years ago, well over 20 years ago, and he's very passionate. He's been in the ingredients business for 24 years. He's a fanatic about ingredients, and he is responsible for putting together hundreds of supplements that have, reached sales of well over $5 billion, probably a lot more than that by now because of him being in the industry and developing supplements for so long. But Bill wanted to bring unique products and supplements to market that really make a difference. And doing that for other companies, it would work out sometimes, but then what happens is the companies would let us down, or they would, they would fail, they would go out of business, they would decide that money was more important, and they would change the ingredients, and the products didn't work as well. So about 7 years ago, Bill and Kim shared that they really wanted to do this right, and they knew in their hearts the only way to do this was to start their own company. So Ed and I were excited. We said, hey, we'll be right there. We'll help you get this company going. And we were just what we call ignorance on fire. We were just out there and shared, the products, and shared the opportunity with others.
And when we talk about technology, and keeping with the theme that I was just talking about, all cars have 4 wheels and a steering wheel. Our technology is uniquely different. Our car that we drive, Gina and I both drive, has the technology to drive itself. Our products are very much along that line. If you put them in your mouth, they're going to work. I mean, that's the simple fact. You don't have to know everything about the product. Our car is unique. It will drive itself, and our products are unique. They will drive themselves. If you put them in your body, the body knows exactly what to do.
And I want to share a quick story real quick before we go on to the next bullet point. About 2 summers ago, I got a unique phone call from an individual out west, and I asked him, I said, how did you get my number? And he said, a friend shared this video with me. Well, of course, it was the live blood cell video that BNI did in the very beginning when we launched the company in 2014. And he asked me if I could put him on the phone with the formulator, and I said, sure, let me see if he's available. So I 3-wayed into Bill. Now, this gentleman wasn't just any old gentleman. He worked with this company that has the initials NASA. And, I've listened to Bill, and he's very passionate about the science and research, and they had a very detailed conversation. And I like to multitask when we're doing 3-ways. And when the call ended, Bill called me back, and I said, well, I didn't quite understand what this gentleman wanted. And Bill said, we're really not going to do business with them. And I said, why not? And he says, because they really like to have our technology. Guys, our technology is proprietary and exclusive only to the Victory Nutrition partners.
And we said we won't do business with them. We didn't mean we wouldn't sell them products. We'll sell them product all day long, but we're not going to tell them how our products are built or why they're so unique, or the trade secrets, so to speak, of what the product does. I mean, they wanted that information so they could create their own product, and Bill wasn't going to give it up, and I don't blame him.
Yeah, that sets us apart from other companies out there. They stand behind us. This company will never be sold out. It's a company that you can be proud of, and a company that as you build it, you can share it with your family, and, perhaps, leave it in your will to your children or your grandchildren. We do have the right opportunity. Ed and I have been blessed to be able to work together over the last 26 plus years. And, there's lots of companies out there. There's lots of opportunities. But, sometimes everything just falls into place, and this is where you want to be. And that's where Ed and I drew our line 6 years ago and said, we're not going to look left, and we're not going to look right. We know that we can help be a small part and help make a difference, one person at a time, just changing one life. If we never really earned income from Victory, it is such a blessing to know that we've been able to touch so many lives and help so many people.
Now, I want to dispel one myth. I was working at the time we started this company. We were also taking care of my mother, which was extremely ill at the time. She's still alive today, thank God, to these products and the technology that we're talking about. But I was working a job, so I had a full-time job. Gina had started the opportunity, and we were taking care of her mother. We're all busy, but we made time because we could see that this opportunity was going to be different from anything else. We knew the technology was there. We knew the products were unique, and we knew that the compensation plan would compensate us if we did it right. It wasn't too long after the opportunity was up and running that I was able to transition from my job to the opportunity full time. We still were taking care of my mother, but we made that transition. But it was a financial transition. So if you're in your job and you love your job, we don't want you to quit your job. We want you to understand there is an opportunity that if you don't like your job, which a lot of people do and some people don't, if you don't like your job, there's an opportunity here that you can make full-time income. Gina and I make very good full-time income in this business. We do it sun up to sundown. We love what we're doing. We're helping people. You know, it's a unique opportunity, but there is a financial opportunity to make money here also.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's residual income. And many years ago when I was introduced to relationship marketing, I got excited because I seen where an average person could create above average income by helping people. So it's what you want to contribute to help others. If you bless enough people, you're going to be blessed and you're going to benefit as well. So we're going to talk a moment about the BNI model and partner opportunity. You know, there's things to look for when you're identifying a viable business. Now, this is something that Jeff Hooks, don't go through too fast, Dan. This is something that Jeff Hooks covered, I believe it was 2 weeks ago on a training call.
Would you like to push the button?
No, it's getting a little ahead. So I want to go through these point by point. You know, there's a huge demand for supplements out in the marketplace in North America, here in the U.S. and Canada, and also in Mexico. There are a lot of people out there, adults, that are taking vitamins. In fact, 75% of adults right now are supplementing. So there's a huge awareness for the need. So when you're out there, you do want to share it with other people. Ask them, hey, do you supplement? You know, I see you've got something going on. We have a unique supplement that you might want to consider taking a look at.
And why would they want to look at a supplement? I think JAMA is what Bill quotes. But everybody realizes that in today's fast-paced life, we're probably not getting what we need out of the food supply that we've got. Although you can find pockets of fresh food, it's really hard to find food that isn't processed. And I'm not saying you can eat a totally processed diet and take our products and expect to get better. You have to be conscious of what you're putting in your body. I've told people many times, if you drink gasoline, do you think you're going to stay healthy? Probably not, you know, but there is good food out there, but our products make good food work better, and our products make bad food even work better than it would without the products. So.
Yeah, so the residual income stream for your partners, you know, this type of business is recession proof because the most important thing is your health. It really doesn't matter how much money you make. If you don't have your health, if you're lying in bed and you're sick, all the money in the world's not going to do you any good. So people are out there looking for answers to get well. It doesn't matter if they're on a small budget or if they're millionaires. People are out there looking. And with our opportunity, we can actually show them, you know, how they can create what we call thank you checks to actually help them pay for their product.
Now, we don't have health insurance. Gina and I, neither one have health insurance. And some people might say that's pretty reckless. I say we trust the products enough that our health is going to stay intact as long as we do that. I believe firmly that I've got better health because I didn't have insurance and I can't run to the doctor every time I get a sniffle, and I'm not put on the drugs that they want us to be on. I mean, I take very little medication, virtually nothing, and I'm 62 years old. Gina does take nothing. And she's
I'm 60.
under 62. I'll just put it that way.
I'm a very young 60.
But residual income, we could afford insurance if we wanted it, but there again,
we believe in preventative is what it's trying to say.
Correct.
Okay, so there's no fixed overhead when you're involved with Victory Nutrition, at least if you're doing it as a business, which is good.
Now, that doesn't mean that we don't spend money on our business. We definitely spend money on our business, but there's no fixed overhead. Our home is our office. We don't go to work every day. We don't have to punch into a time clock. There's a lot of advantages to it. If we feel like taking off and going to lunch somewhere, generally speaking, we could do that. but there is no fixed overhead in doing the business.
And you don't have to go out and open up an office to do the business. As long as you have a computer and you have a cell phone, you can do the business anywhere. And again, there's no heavy capitalization on our part. You know, the company really takes all the risk. And again, thank you, Bill and Kim Downs, because they had a vision and dream to start this company, and they were all in. You know, they had to make this business work. And with God's grace, prayer, you know, and divine providence, we've been able to build a company that is debt-free, that you can be proud of.
Now we say no heavy capitalization. Gina and I, when we first got involved, I said I was working a job. Gina was taking care of my mother, and we tried to start this business at the same time. If I was working a job, we weren't independently wealthy, I promise you that. And when we got started, all we could afford was 2 products is what it took to qualify. Now we have the Share Grow Pack, and I do advise people to buy the Share Grow Pack when appropriate, because it does give you samples and do different things for you. But I want you to understand, we started the business with 2 products. We now enjoy a residual income that allows us to do about what we want to do. And I mean that sincerely. We don't have to do a whole lot. A lot of what we do nowadays is because we want to help you get where you need to go, not exactly get us where we need to go. We know firmly that if we help you get with you where you need to go, we will get where we need to go. But there doesn't have to be a tremendous amount of outlay of cash to do this. I mean, very, very little. Even a Share Grow Pack is $600, $700 max.
Yeah. And no employees. You know, Ed and I don't have to hire employees. We don't have to have a secretary or personal assistant. You know, we have very little that we have to do as far as, really no paperwork at all. Everything is computerized. It's in your back office. The company provides the reports. And you'll see a little bit more of that at the end of the presentation.
And when she says no employees, she has 1 employee. She tells me exactly what to do every day, and to keep the marriage happy, I'm thankful I can do that. So.
We have no legal exposure. Again, thank you, Bill and Kim. So they are taking that burden off of us. They have a phenomenal legal team. They have one of the best MLM attorneys in the industry. Both Bill and Kim have prepared for many years, even back when they first got started, to make sure that they're building this company, you know, correctly, because most companies don't even make it to the 2-year mark. January 15, 2020, we will be 6 years young. And they have put everything in place to protect us and to protect, you know, themselves and the company. So that we're very thankful for. There, and again, no legal exposure on our part.
And I've heard people say, why is Bill continuously doing research on the products? Believe me, that protects us. The more research that's done on the products absolutely validates what we're doing and what we're saying to people. So when we say no legal exposure, Bill keeps papers going and papers being published by peer-reviewed reports to allow us to have no legal exposure in this business.
And there's no cyclical income, no ups and downs like real estate and farming, for example. You know, a farmer can only plant, you know, in the spring, and their business can go up and down. With us, we can enjoy residual income year round. Okay, and scalable. You can build it as big as you can dream. And, you know, when Ed and I started the business, we have our dreams, and we've been able to achieve and reach several of our dreams since being involved with Victory Nutrition. And, you know, is this work? Absolutely. But if you love what you do, it's not really work. This is a lifestyle for us. And we've been able to travel. We've been able to go all over the country. We've even, you know, did international traveling and been able to help people, you know, not only here, but abroad. So, you know, the sky's the limit. It's just whatever you can dream. One of my first dreams years ago, getting started in network marketing and relationship marketing, was to be able to work from home. And now that we live in Charlotte, North Carolina, there's over 2 million people here in Charlotte, so you don't want to have to get out and have to go to work and fight that traffic every day. But we love where we live. We love the area we're in, and we can go out and, travel and do what we want to do when we want to do it. There is a huge upside potential to having your own home-based business. There's many things you can write off, and you'll have to get with your accountant in your local market, in your state, whether you're in the U.S. or Canada. But where else can you go and start a business with hardly any money? I mean, basically, you're taking care of your health. You can get, products for yourself. And, if you qualify with 130 as a partner, you have the opportunity to create income. And you have freedom and flexibility. You can work part-time or full-time. We're not asking you to go out, as Ed said, quit your job. But hey, if that's a desire of yours, you can certainly do that. As Ed said, he started this with me part-time. I jumped right into it. And I was able to still be at home and take care of mom. And, being in the industry for many years and being able to create residual income, it allowed us to stay home and take care of my dad many years ago. He since passed away about 20 years ago, but we had residual income. We would not have been able to take care of him for the last year of his life and enjoy him if we didn't have what I like to call mailbox money. You have exclusive access to these proprietary products with Victory Nutrition. This is intellectual property. And as Ed mentioned, there's patents and it's patent pending, unprecedented scientific validation, and they do deliver proven results. So I always tell people when I'm doing three-way calls, you will not be disappointed with the results that you get from these supplements. This isn't something that's going to take months for you to feel or tell a difference. We've had people that feel it the first or second time when they experience Protobite. Usually, most people are going to feel it within the first few days. We are a mission-based company. It's all about contribution by helping other people. The more success that you have with Victory, the higher that you achieve and go up the PIN system, the more income you'll make, the more thank you checks you will earn, and you will receive this as a direct contribution on how many people you've helped.
There are a lot of jobs that are rewarding, a lot of things you could do in life that are rewarding, but I can think of few that are as rewarding as what we're doing. I really do take it as a mission. I take it as something that we're doing to help others. I think we are, it's phenomenal to keep somebody's health in place or help them when they're sick to get back to a point of good health. And that's what we're all about.
Yeah, absolutely. So the BNI model and mission opportunity, I do want to mention too, if you would like a copy of what we just covered, I keep this on my desk too, because if I'm talking to someone who is seriously considering building a business, I think these are some great pointers to let your prospect know that, this company is debt-free, it's rock solid, and these are just some great things to point out about having your own home-based business. Leaders are learners. Jeff talks about this a lot. So if you miss an event, such as today, you can always go back and you can watch the training. The company makes it available to you. That's the beautiful thing about our BNI system. We put a system in place in the Zoom calls, the conference calls. All this is part of the system to help you learn. All our calls are recorded. All the events are recorded as far as our webinars.
Now, we'd like you to be here live. And the reason we like you to be here live is because it gets boring if nobody's on the other end of the training. We like to interact with the people. We like to, really let you know what's going on a first-hand basis. But if you can't be here, we understand life gets in the way. So by all means, go back and review what we've shared today.
Yeah, the conference calls as well as the webinars, as I mentioned, are recorded in your BNI back office. And the webinars are also on the BNI YouTube channel. So when you go to your BNI.life website, up at the top, you will see that there is a YouTube button, there's a Twitter button, there's a LinkedIn button. So be sure that you subscribe to this, because Suzanne Brady, who's the director of our marketing department, does a fantastic job of putting out great information that you can share through your social media. We're going to cover a few pointers here. Lead and build with passion and emotion. I've met people in my life that really don't seem to be that passionate. If you're not passionate, share with someone, do a three-way call with someone who is passionate and who believes in this opportunity. If you're brand new and you feel like you don't know enough, or you don't, know enough stories, if you don't have your story yet, ask us who that you can do a three-way call with. If it's not us, it could be Jeff or even Bill. We're passionate about what we do and we believe in it. So as you're building belief, be passionate about what you're doing. And we're emotional because we know that these products are changing lives.
And we like to joke with Jeff because, he's always talking about passion and emotion, but yet he's getting married this weekend. What's up with that? I mean, seriously.
Yeah, congratulations,
doesn't
Jeff.
this business take precedence? I mean, I'm only joking with you. We're happy you get married, buddy.
So what do you want to achieve and how bad do you want it? So, write down your goals. If you want to, grow this business over the next few weeks and months, get with us. Let us help you put together a game plan to help you achieve those goals. And identify the dream and what you're willing to fight for. That's important. Without a dream, the people perish. Success is your definition of whatever that is, but if you are not doing the correct things, you won't reach your definition of success.
And if Jeff talks about it in every one of his calls, if you're just wanting to make a little extra money to pay for your product, that's great. If you want to make additional money to pay off some credit card debt, that's fine. If you want to take it all the way to where Gina and I have it, where we do it full time every day, except for Sundays, we usually don't work on Sundays. But if you want to take it to that level, it's here for you to do. You just got to decide what you want to do.
Do the correct things long enough to reach success. This is, rinse and repeat, as Jeff says. And, it's not, it's progress, not perfection.
And it's been a long time since I read a shampoo bottle, but I believe rinse and repeat is on a shampoo bottle.
You want to stay the course and you will reach your goals. Some people quit before they wait for it to happen. And, they might have just missed a great opportunity. We've got people that we got involved with in the beginning 6 years ago with Victory Nutrition, and for some reason they got well on the products and they felt like, well, there's a newer, shinier object out there, or they just felt like they didn't need the supplements anymore. You know what? That's why I take the supplements every day. It's prevention. I don't take them to get well. I take them to stay well.
And as Gina's mentioned, some people have fell off. They have stopped buying products. By far, we've been around long enough to see people come back and say, I tried something else. I tried this. I tried that. I tried a green capsule in a pill form that was supposed to cure everything, only to come back to our products because our products deliver.
Yeah, absolutely. Product knowledge is not going to build your customer base. Jeff mentioned this last week, and I think it's an important statement. I know enough to just be dangerous. When we got started with, as far as product knowledge, and you think all this stuff would just hold in my brain, but that's not my gift. That doesn't resonate with me. Bill could tell you not only the ingredients, but what the ingredients are made of. But really, being passionate and sharing is what's going to help you build your business, your belief. The product knowledge is wonderful because we've got Bill and Steve doing the research. We've got Dr. Kenneth Blum. We've got the Boschies. We have a world-class scientific team that is doing this for us on our behalf. All we have to do is point the person to the product knowledge. They can go to bniscience.com if they need more information. We didn't build the business on the product knowledge. We built the business out of passion and love to help others.
Now, not that product knowledge wasn't important, but everything you really need to learn on the bottle is points. There are features and benefits right on the bottle. I don't know how many times I've sit here and watch Gina just read the bullet points off the bottle to somebody when they ask what Protovite does, or what Brain Award does, or what Insorb does. It's right there on the package.
Exactly. So what I do is, at least this is what I did in the beginning, because I know enough now that I don't need the bottle in front of me, but I would have the Protovite, my empty bottle, sitting there on my desk, and they'd say, well, what is Protovite? I'd say it's a multivitamin, mineral, phytonutrient complex. It's nutrition that gets in at the cellular level 100% of the time for 100% of the people that take it. That's it. That's all they need to know.
And people are amazed that she even says that, but it's right off the bottle. It's right off the label.
Yep. So just put those empty bottles in front of you, and that is really all the product knowledge you need. The bullet points are, as Ed mentioned, are right there on the bottles. And what you want to do is use the products and share the products and teach others to do the same. That is the key to success. Okay, if you can learn to do these three things well, you can be successful with Victory Nutrition. You want to use the products. As we mentioned, you know, we have wonderful science-based products, very unique to any other company out there in the marketplace. You know, again, bni.science.com, you will see the uniqueness of what we have. We have 48 clinical studies to date, and more studies ongoing. So Bill and Steve are heading that up, and we're very grateful for what they're doing to make sure that this company will be around a long time to help us all. You want to share the products. You know, there's a BNI Life app. In, I guess, about 30 years of us doing relationship marketing, by far, this is the most exciting tool that we have experienced. If you go in your BNI.life back office, click on Tools, and you'll see two icons. One will be for your Apple smartphone, one will be for your Android. Click the button and download the app. This is what the Apple icon looks like when you click on it.
And I want to show you this. It says free. Folks, that comes, when you become a partner, that becomes free to you. It's not free to a consumer, somebody that's a preferred customer or customer, but it is free to your partnership. So,
yep, absolutely.
And it's a wonderful tool.
So when you download the BNI Life app, this is what it looks like. And you can see the girl in the red dress. That's one of my very favorite videos to share. I like to share the science video, which I think this video is a little over 6 minutes in length. But when you share through your app, the system will let you know instantly that they took a look at it. If they clicked on it, first of all, it's going to let you know that they received it if you sent it through text or if you sent it through email. When they click on it, the system will let you know, and you can also click on the news feed after a little while, and it's going to let you know what percentage they looked at, so you'll know how interested they were when they watched the video. Now,
I want you to understand, you probably need to preempt the video, send in the video with a little bit of a story, but not much of a story. I mean, just tell them a few things, maybe what the product's done for you, or maybe what you see the potential marketing plan could do for you, but let them have some inclination that you're going to send them a video. If you do that, you'll see your shares on your video or your viewing of your video go up. But I want you to understand, you don't have to know the product. You don't have to know anything about it. She's going to explain everything you need to know. The girl in the red dress is. There is also other videos that can be shared there. It's not just one video, but there are potential videos that you can send multiple videos to the same person. Gina and I use this system on a daily basis, and it works.
And there's also PDFs and other teaching tools in there. When you're brand new and you download this app, be sure to scroll to the bottom. There's 5 teaching videos that you can click on that will help you understand how easy it is to use the BNI Life app.
And I want everybody to know my left leg is so sore when we get done doing these videos, because every time Gina wants me to change a video, she hits me in the leg. I've got bruises all over my left leg.
Okay. So as I mentioned earlier, do these 3 things to be successful. Use the products, share the products, teach others to use and share the products. That is the key to success. You want to share every day. Don't do this once a week. You're not going to be successful just sharing once a week. That is considered spare time. Share the information. Learn to listen. God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we really all need to learn to listen to what your potential prospect is asking and what they need, and then share that information with them to help them. And then learn to follow up and do it well. 3-way calls, I didn't put that on this, I should have, but following up, a big key is doing 3-way calls. I do 3-way calls almost every day, if not every day. And I know Jeff does a lot of 3-way calls as well as other team leaders too. And that's really the key. Don't try to do this business all by yourself. I can tell you it's no fun trying to do it by yourself. You will learn so much more by sharing with others and learning to do the 3-way calls.
Now, when you do a 3-way call, I want you to stay on the phone. I want you to mute yourself, but stay on the phone, because the whole idea is duplication in this business. If you hear Gina do it enough times and you hear her reading from the Bible enough times, it begins to become a clue. And maybe that's the way to do a 3-way call. Once you realize that, then you can do 3-way calls for your people. And the whole idea is to keep the duplication for the partners going. We want to bring in customers, we want to bring in partners, but we also want to progress the business for the company.
Yep, absolutely. Make a friend, identify the need, and transfer the feeling. So I just want to mention this. Kim Downs asked me, I guess about a week ago, because she knew I was going to get my hair cut a couple of days ago. And she said, Gina, have you shared this with your hairstylist? And I said, well, not really. Guys, you know how it is sometimes when you've got family that are negative and they don't want to listen to you. Well, my hairstylist I love dearly, but I know he gets hit with all kinds of opportunities, and I've known him for many, many years. He's been doing my hair probably 10 years. So I said,
does mine also.
So I said, Kim, okay, I will share it with Wayne, okay? So, I'd already made the friend part, but, I had to really listen. And what came up in the conversation when he was doing my hair is he's going to be out in January. Ned and I are going to go on this awesome trip that we earned called the Envoy Experience in February. And I thought, I'm going to have to go back.
We're going to see how they land a plane on a dot in the ocean.
So, so Wayne mentioned, well, Gina, if you need to come back, you need to come back in December because I'm going to be out in January. I said, what's going on with you? He said, well, I'm going to have knee surgery. So that opened the door for me to share with him. And I shared with him about the wonderful Protovite and how it's going to help and get into the sales. And he says, if that stuff does what you say it does, he said, I'd be a customer. And I said, okay, so I'll be back in late December or mid-December. And I said, I'm going to bring you some. And he's going to be out the whole month of January. So it's just about sharing. It's not about trying to dump the whole load on them. And I did give him a card and told him to go look at, the video. Okay, so we're going to move right along. And we're going to talk for a moment about, these are some new tools that the company added to your dashboard to help you qualify. This is an actual snapshot from a healthcare practitioner that is not really, I would say, building the business per se, but they're out here sharing the products with others. And you can see they've got
Many more customers
yeah,
than they
many
do
more,
partners.
yeah, many more customers than partners. Last month, they qualified at the rank of manager. They have reached the rank of director before. If you go down the left-hand side, you'll see the PV, the CV, the GV. PV is your personal volume. In that first column, I can see their monthly subscription has not ran yet. And then the CV is the commissionable value assigned to the products they order. And then you've got GV, which is your group volume.
Now, I want to stop her right there. I want you to see that in September, the group volume was $6,090. In October, it was $7,030, and this month is $4,705. That's because this month isn't over. I firmly expect them to eclipse this number. It's not as low as this number, but they will go higher than this number, hopefully in this month. They're still sharing. They're still putting customers on. They maybe not be adding partners, but they still are building their business, just at a breakneck pace.
Yeah, but the new tools that they've added at the bottom, which will help you greatly, is where they've added active preferred customer. Now for manager, you need 3 personally sponsored active partners, and then you'll see the next column, active partners. Well, so far this month, they only have 2, but we have more monthly subscriptions that will run over the next few days. So I'm sure they're going to have at least their 3 personally sponsored partners. And then we have down here the qualified legs. Now that's going to help you greatly, because as you're building to rank, you really need a minimum of 3 legs to go all the way to the top if you're going to reach for Crown Ambassador. You could have 5, 6, 10 legs if you want to, but we believe in helping the people that we bring into the company. And when we sponsor, we place under other people within those 3 teams. So in saying that, if you're looking at your back office and you're looking at these 3 columns, it's going to give you a snapshot of what you need to get to manager or executive manager or above. So make sure you pay attention to that. And then the next sheet, and by the way, the sheet that we just shared with you, it is under the opportunity section at bni.life. And then, actually, this is in your back office when you log in. But this is in the opportunity section at bni.life. If you go to your website, you'll need to click on the drop-down box to go to the partner side of the website. And then across the top, you'll see opportunity. Click on opportunity. This is available there. So if you'll look at the first column where it says personal volume PV, if you look all the way down to the very bottom at Crown Ambassador, you'll see 130. So can you order more supplements? Absolutely. We have, a great program in place where you can get discounts if you're ordering more product, or even earn shares in the map pools and get up to free shipping. But in order to earn, you as a partner need a minimum of $130 a month. And then the very first column where you see associate manager, if you're brand new, if you haven't shared this with anyone, then we want to help you reach this first pin level. We're going to help you by doing 3-way calls and teaching and training you through these simple systems. But associate manager is basically, you came on board, you spend $130 on product, and when you share with one other person, when you have a group volume, including your order of $375, that is going to make you an associate manager. So basically, your business is built from the foundation up with associate managers, and then we take you from that to manager. So manager is 130 in volume. You need to build a group of 3 personally sponsored active partners and have a total group volume of 1,000. Now, can you start in the very beginning bringing on board preferred customers? Absolutely. We're not really going to show you in this training about how you earn income with preferred customers, but you can earn anywhere from 10 to 20% by sharing and bringing on board preferred customers. We have several partners that are making, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month just by building a preferred customer base. If you're going to build long-term residual, though, you do need to bring on partners and build an organization. And those partners can have preferred customers and help you build an organization as well.
We showed you on the previous sheet where she had one preferred customer, but yet she had a tremendous amount of group volume. Well, a tremendous amount of group volume come from partners that she had on that brought preferred customers and partners on in the same place. So her volume built even though she wasn't doing a whole lot, or he wasn't doing a whole lot. I don't know if it's a she or he. But anyways.
Yeah, absolutely. So, we will help you with this. We will teach you and train you how to hit these pin positions. Managers, not hard to reach, 3 personally sponsored active. Executive manager is 4,000 in group volume. And you'll notice in the third column where it says maximum volume per rank qualifying leg. You can't earn off of just one leg. You have to have some balance. So that's why I say start out with bringing on 3 personally sponsored active partners and help them get their 3.
Now, when we say leg, we really mean just one sales team or one group of people. 2 legs would be 2 groups of people. 3 legs would be 3 groups of people. So don't get confused on legs. It really is one group of people, 2 groups of people, or 3 groups of people. Some people have 4 or 5 groups of people, but we don't.
Yeah, but you don't have to do that. Ed and I have 3 teams. We don't have a 4th or a 5th because we believe in helping the people that we brought into the company. And at executive manager, you want to have a minimum of 2 preferred customers, and actually that's very easy to do because 9 out of 10 people that you share Victory supplements with are going to come on board first as a product user. We have all this great science, but I've had a lot of people say, well, what will it do for me? So bring them on as a preferred customer. I sponsored a guy this week, and he's had network marketing experience, but he had some health issues. And I said, Joe, just come on board as a preferred customer. Now, if you bring them on as a partner, the clock starts ticking. And there's an opportunity for them to, get one of our great business builder packs. And our favorite is, of course, is the Share and Grow, because that will help you to become an executive manager right out of the gate, which means you're not going to leave any money on the table for 6 months. But, give them the opportunity, to share the product, to experience it, and then, follow up with them and let them know that there's an opportunity for them to earn thank you checks.
Now I want to show you, executive manager is 4,000 in group volume. No more than $2,400 comes out of any one leg, any one sales group. That's there for a reason, and I want people to really understand that. That doesn't mean you're not going to get paid on more than $2,400. You get paid usually to the bottom of your organization, but it does mean this. They limit you on the amount of group volume that you could do out of any one leg. The rest of the volume to the 4,000, which would be 1,600, I think, or 1,800, would come out of the other 2 legs. But you got to realize they got to limit it somewhere. They're going to play on multiple groups of volume. When they do that, they can't have you earning all your income just out of one sales group.
Yeah, exactly. And one thing I want to mention too that's important is if you're blessed and your sponsor, your upline places someone on your team, consider that a gift. When we got started, we knew that we were going to build this. We weren't looking for anyone to, sponsor and place someone underneath us. But if you do have someone placed, let's say, on your frontline team, you'll get paid on the volume. But in order for you to what we call claim that leg, you do need to place a personally sponsored active person underneath them or somewhere in that leg. So there's a reason for that. It's about team playing and helping one another. And again, the company cannot pay out on just one leg. Here, we can pay on multiple legs. Technically, you could build to director with 2 legs here with 4 personally sponsored active. You could have 3 personally sponsored in one leg and 1 in another. But Ed and I teach, go for three teams. Sponsor 3 people and do it right in the beginning. It just makes it a whole lot easier to hit these pin ranks.
And the reason being, as executive director, you have to have 3 legs or more building. If you don't, you're not going to get the wrong way. You're not going to get in the compensation plan where you need to go. So really, we teach it from day one, 3 individual sales teams of sorts. But we really want you to understand that's what we did, and that's what we do on a daily basis, and that's what we're going to teach you.
Yep, absolutely. So we're going to go to the next one.
Okay.
Okay, so, Jeff covered this in a leadership training with us, leadership dinner, actually, and I think these are great questions to share with you. In 1 year, where do you want your BNI business to be? What pin level do you want to achieve?
And I really want you to write this down, because if you join as a partner, you should have a goal of some sort. It doesn't matter to me whether your goal is just pay for your product or to pay off credit card debt, or to make it a full-time income, but it matters to you what you want to do with it. And it helps us to know where you're at. If you're just trying to pay you for your products and not have any outlay of cash, that's a great goal, and we can help you achieve that. But I'm going to treat somebody that wants to make a full-time income out of it differently than I am going to treat you. I'm going to help you get where you need to go. But somebody says, I want a full-time income, I'm going to step up the game a little bit and show them what they actually need to do to make it a full-time income. So it just helps us know where you're at. And it really doesn't matter to us. I want you to really understand that. We don't care if you're just trying to pay your products, if you just want a car payment, if you want to do your car payment, your house payment, if you want to pay all your bills out of it. That's your goal, but you need to write that down, what you want to do with the business.
And let us help you and work with you to achieve that goal. And number 2, where do you see your business by December 31st of 2019? We've got 30 plus days left to the end of the year. Give the gift of health. Teach your team to give the gift of health. There's so many people out there that are hurting in this world. They're hurting physically, they're hurting financially, they're hurting emotionally. Victory Nutrition is here to help people to become a beacon of health, hope, and abundance. So whatever you see for your business by the end of the year, set a goal, set a 30-day goal. We want to help you to achieve that. Finish the year out, with success.
And if your goal is to watch and see how they can land an airplane on a dot in the middle of the ocean, which still surprised me, I'm telling you, people, the place we're going to in February is a dot in the ocean. It is not any bigger than a dot compared to the United States. You can look at some of the symbols for cities, and they're smaller than the island we're going to. It's really phenomenal.
Yeah, absolutely. And then what are you doing to improve your skills? What are you reading? What are you listening to? There's audiobooks and that you can listen to for personal growth. I personally and Ed personally like to listen. We like to listen in the car. We have Audible on our phones, so we can listen and download audiobooks. But you can get a lot of great information if you go to YouTube. You can type in any of, some of the top personal growth leaders out there, John Maxwell. And there's a lot of great teachers too over the years that have given us some tips and pointers, on building a business through relationship marketing. So, make a goal to improve on a daily basis. Spend a few minutes a day, whether it's 10 or 15 minutes in the morning or before you go to bed. Spend some time each day on yourself and helping yourself to improve and to grow so you can teach and help others as well. Well, we are over, Ed, so this is the end of our training. So we want to thank you all for joining us. We hope you have a blessed Thanksgiving. Again, have a safe holiday. If you're traveling, again, be safe and reach out to us if you need us. And God bless. We will talk to you soon.
And if you live where there's snow, we're sorry for the t-shirt, but it's not that cold here today. Thank you very much.
Yeah, God bless everyone.